The following episode has been paid for by the New World Order.
This episode of the Dads on Wrestling is sponsored by Cactus Cooler and the Dallas Cowboys. And now here are your hosts, the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams, and the host and proprietor of this YouTube channel, Mr. Jeff Meacham. Thank you.
That's me. Boom! Throw it up. Pow!
What's that now? What? I'm going to bed. Good night.
Jessica Simpson, who wasn't fucking Tony Romo then.
That's right. Tony Romo, who fucked the Dallas Stars earlier this year in the playoffs.
That's right. You know, that took so much out of the old man that he's going to bed tomorrow.
He's going memes. That's right. He's snoring and shit. Welcome to Dads on Wrestling. But he already said that. I don't know why I'm saying it again. We have another topic for you.
Because you're suffering from temporary Alzheimer's like the old man.
That's right. Courtesy of the tweeter.
Tweeter!
Who's our tweeter feed today, Renegade?
This comes from Danny Mehemet. I hope I pronounced that right.
Probably.
At Winchy, WINCHY 1986.
These Twitter names, I'm telling you. But anyway.
He wants to know our thoughts about the top 5 worst WWE champions and Intercontinental champions.
Now, we could have broken
He said but I figure, you know, since he only wants 5, we can just do this in one show.
Now, I will full on admit laziness. As I do. I was talking to my friend on the phone during the preparation for this show.
I was doing my homework because I was bored off my ass.
So, because I was talking on the phone for a certain amount of time. So, I apologize to the public, if you will. But JJ did the 99% of the work, and I heard the list that JJ is about to read off to you, and I co-signed. I was like, that works. Make it happen. So, he will read the list. He will give his opinion, I will give my opinion, and we will go from there, as we always do, because we're a bantering group, and we talk to each other, we talk to you. Well, actually, we talk at you.
Yeah.
And
if you talk to us, then you're either using the tweeter, or you're crazy talking to your computer screen.
And if you're not Skyping, that's just weird.
Yeah.
Even Skype's a little weird, though. Because, like, unless you're talking
so
about...
Snapchat.
Yeah, true story.
And tout.
Who even touts anymore? It's fucking December. Who touts now?
Ow.
I know what that is. I have no idea what's going on.
Tout rocks.
Tout rocks for the old man who was touting then.
Snapchat, which was tout then.
That's right. Damn right. Snapchat's all that went, money.
So the top 5 worst Intercontinental champions. We'll go with the number 2 belt first.
I'm saying a tout now just because.
Number 5, Albert.
Yeah, fucking A-Train. God damn it. Seriously. I'm not telling him the phone anymore.
You know, I mean, his reign was only like 20-something days.
Yeah, he was in between, if I recall, Jericho and Lance Storm.
Something like
Lance Storm after, who I forget who it was before. Kane. It was Kane. Kane lost to Albert, and then Albert lost to Lance Storm as part of the Alliance storyline. So Kane was a decent champion for a month or so. Lance Storm was a great champion, I thought, for the Alliance storyline. But Albert,
No.
I never bought him as a singles champion, period.
No.
At best, he would have been tag team champion with either Test or Scotty. But as a singles champion...
Or Justin doing the X Factor gimmick.
Yeah, that's true, because X-Pac was the leader.
Yeah.
NWO. Bye-bye. Love you, Pac.
Number 4, Rikishi.
Yeah, I barely remember he was champion. That was like right before he turned heel. It was like the summer he lost, as I recall, to Val Venus, who was no longer the porn star. He was with Trish in TNA, and like that reign was just bogus. I love Keish. I always will. He was cool people to meet. UPW, 25 years ago. Then, you know. Or Back to the Future and shit. We were watching Trilogy this week, which was, again, 4 months ago. So, you know. But Rikishi as Intercontinental champion, yeah, I never bought him as anything more than a tag team champion, much like Albert.
Well, see, I think Rikishi as an Intercontinental champion could have been done right if it had been during his heel run. If it had been longer. But just the sheer shortness of his reign totally makes it seem like an afterthought at the end of the day.
Maybe pull like the Two-Man Power Trip where Triple H be WWF champion and Rikishi be the Sidekick Intercontinental champion. Since Rikishi was part of the Triple H, huh?
14 days was Rikishi.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's why we don't remember it.
Exactly. It was like 2 weeks.
Who did he beat?
Rikishi beat Benoit.
which is bullshit.
Yeah.
And he lost to Val Venus, which is also bullshit, but, whatever.
So, yeah.
That's right, because Benoit and Jericho were feuding back and forth for the title.
And Rikishi basically just came in and stole one.
Yeah, that was bad.
June 20th, 2000 at SmackDown.
Yeah. I remember that.
Number 3, Marty Jannetty. And aside from, avenging the Rockers' breakup, his title reign was useless.
Yeah, it was pretty much to give Shawn a break.
For, 20-something days.
Whatever it was, yeah. Shawn
Stat Boy's got the IC title thing up right now, so he's looking it up. What is it?
20 days.
20 days exactly.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm good.
Mid-May to early June, because it was a house show he lost to that.
Yeah.
Because Jannetty was so fucked up and on drugs, wherever he was, they couldn't keep the belt on any longer. So here, Kevin Nash, your Diesel, go to cost him the title. Exactly what happened.
Jannetty, who was useless then.
It was useless.
He wasn't useless in the Rockers.
It was Shawn and him. Sorry. He was. I didn't like him in the Rockers, even.
Number 2...
Shot kicked him in the face.
Number 2, the Mountie. All 2 days.
2 days of it. Yeah, God. Poor Jacques Rougeau.
One of the greatest Canadian Intercontinental champions of all time. Think about that.
Brett Owen. Bulldog was Canadian. Take like he's from Canada.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah. That Hart family's got some serious gene pool in the IC title history. I'm just saying.
Just need to get on Natalia now.
Give me a good time.
And number
Gene pool
1...
Natalia. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
And number 1 should be no surprise to anybody that knows anything about the history of the Intercontinental Champion, Dean Douglas.
Poor Shane Douglas, man.
Yeah, not taking anything away from Shane Douglas as a man, competitor, anything. But the Dean Douglas gimmick and his 8-minute title run, having it handed over by Shawn and then jobbing it to Razor Ramon, was horseshit.
Yes.
Dean Douglas, who was Matt Striker then.
Right, and honest to God, if they'd have let Shane be the franchise, he would take over that fucking company.
That's why they didn't.
That's why they didn't do it. Yeah, there's a great quote I remember on the Horseman DVD where Arn and Tully and JJ were all with the Fed by then. And Vince looked around at the tip that Kerry one day, well, Horseman took over my company. If they let Shane Douglas take over like that, holy balls. Shane could have ruled. And he finally got a good little run in WCW, but it was too late.
Yeah.
By the time I saw him and met him in 2003, it was too late. He got a little bit of realization in TNA as the franchise coaching Michael Shane and Tracy. It was just like, Shane had but outside of that Paul Heyman bubble, it didn't work.
The feud he had with Raven in TNA was fucking amazing.
But the problem was it wasn't just him and Raven. It was Raven and the New Church. Shane was a fucking almost afterthought by then. Because it was Jim Mitchell and his disciples, including Shane Douglas.
And the top 5 worst WWE champions.
These are... Okay, now, I was hesitant about the first one, I think you told me. But he's 1 or 2-time. He's 2-time. Both of his reigns equaled, less than a few months total. Just it wasn't even worth it to have him.
Number 5, Sheamus.
Yeah.
And he got it way too quick.
He did. And the always he got it because of his relationship with Triple H.
Yeah, and think about how he won his first one. John Cena fell off of the top through a table in a tables match.
That was like when Big Show lost the IC title to Cody.
Yeah.
It was like, what? Did that just happen?
After taking it from Cody because it's the only belt Big Show had never held.
Right. He became Intercontinental champion.
And then a month later he drops it back to Cody. It was like, what the fuck was the point?
Yeah, Cody's reign was cooking it all with gas, man.
Mm-hmm.
He was longest reigning champion since The Rock, if I recall. And they jobbed him out. It was stupid. But the Sheamus's WWE Championship reigns, both of them were useless.
Number 4, Batista.
Now,
want to make sure we clarify.
Yeah, don't get all batshit crazy.
WWE champion.
The title, not the World Heavyweight Big Gold title.
Because as much as I shit on Batista, he carried the big gold well.
Almost as good as Hunter.
Especially his first run.
And considering he won that belt off Hunter and held it until January the following year without losing a step. Switching shows.
That was Batista at his best.
Yeah, Batista on the A show as the world champion deciding that, well, he can't carry it, so let's move Cena over and move Batista to the B show as world champion. Still fucking carried the ball well for the rest of 2005 into 2006.
But as
WWE champion, no.
I think the aggregate of his 2 title reigns of WWE champion is less than 40 days.
Well, he held it for 2 days the first time because he won it, got hurt, and then was stripped the next day at SmackDown tapings. And then it went from Chamber to Mania in 2010.
Yeah. Less than 40 days.
Which for...
What's the exact number?
37.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
37 days, the Animal Batista is WWE champion. Get the fuck out, Dave. Go promote Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't want to see you on my TV anymore.
Which you're probably not on TV by now anyway, because it's like 6 months later.
That's
so,
right.
You know, whatever. But honestly, the fact that the guy who was using it in his promos, the fact that he should have been the face of the company, not Cena, all those years ago, reigned for 35 days in that reign as champion. No, Dave.
I think Mick Foley has more total combined days than Batista does.
I know he does,
but not by much.
Not by much.
Not by much.
And Foley's not on our list because he served a purpose as champion all 3 times.
Right. His job was to get Rock ready for Austin.
And the last reign was to
get the belt to Hunter.
Austin and Triple H because they didn't want to have that one-on-one match.
How many more days?
10.
47 days total for Mick Foley.
It's his Hall of Fame speech even.
Yeah.
He mentioned it. The fact that Bruno Sammartino was shaved for 2,000 days. Bob was for 1,000 days. I was 47.
Number 3 on our list is Mr. McMahon.
Oh, Vince. Oh, Vince.
Vince in his week-long run.
Not even.
6
days.
Close enough.
SmackDown to Raw. Unless you go by WWE's record book, which is only 3 days.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can't win on Tuesday because there's no show on Tuesday. That's impossible.
Yeah.
Except now it's main event. So, yeah. If you win the WWE title on main event needs to be pushed to TV again. I'm just saying.
I've always said they need to do a title change on main event just to make it, and superstars, just to make it must-see TV.
Both those shows are on network now, so it's like whatever.
Maybe not, like a world title, but an IC or something, a tag title change. Something to get viewers to watch it.
That's right.
But Mr. McMahon, granted his championship reign, served a purpose in the story because it was building the heat between Helmsley and McMahon.
Yes.
But it was useless.
It was.
Number 2, Ivan Koloff.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me speak on this.
The man who beat Bruno.
After how long?
2,803.
And his run was?
21.
Yeah. 2,803 days. And because the McMahons refused at the time to book a baby versus baby match, they had Koloff be the go-between for 21 days.
Yeah.
And they put it on
3
Pedro.
weeks.
Had it on Pedro for
1027.
Yeah, 1,027 days. That's 3 years. But they can't have just Pedro beat Bruno and give Pedro the super duper rub that he so fucking deserved. And I wasn't even alive again, but goddammit, I know this shit.
Yeah. It would have been like Hogan Warrior.
Yeah. Granted, it didn't work for Warrior.
No, but
not
still.
in the long run. But Pedro being made by his mentor in the first place because they had Bruno work Pedro during Pedro's run and they never got a decisive victory. That would have fucking blew up the territory.
Yep. And number 1, Stan the Man Stasiak.
9 days, yes.
Father of Sean Stasiak, a.k.a. Meat.
A.k.a. Planet Stasiak.
Yeah, we don't count that.
9 days is for Stan, right? Yeah. Between Pedro and Bruno. Again, they can't have Pedro and Bruno go. They have to have a go-between. And it's Stan the Man Stasiak.
So Koloff and Stasiak held the title combined for less days than fucking Batista. Think about that.
Yep. 30 days between the two of them. And they wonder why shit didn't work back then.
I don't even think with Stasiak he even wrestled he may have wrestled once as champion.
Yeah,
Kind of like Ted DiBiase.
No. I dispute you there, and I will dispute that because DiBiase defended the fucking title against Bam Bam Bigelow twice, and it still counted as fucking reign.
They're not. He bought the title.
It doesn't matter. Once you're announced, the referee's decision is final. Damn it.
So, Danny, at Winchy1986, I hope we answered your question well.
Yes, Danny.
That is it for this week. Thank you to Statboy for providing the up-to-the-minute stats in the title.
As only
runs.
he can do.
That's right. In the title runs and the dates the belt were held.
And all that happy shit.
Yeah, that's right. For Jeff Meacham, I'm the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams.
And just remember, when you're NWO for life.
Statboy out.